Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to Myles Dyer Live. Hope you are all doing well. I see Mojo in the chat. I see Mark, who wasn't here last week, but it's good to see you back, my friend. Karina to Blizz. Lots and lots of lovely people. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I've actually been unwell this week. I took a test this morning. Fortunately, you're not going to be able to see it there. I need to have the settings, so when I do that, it goes into focus. Tested for COVID. I don't have it because I had a Christmas party with my work on Thursday night, and I started feeling unwell Sunday evening. So was it a super spreader event? But fortunately, I'm good. And it's good to get ill every year. You need that in your system because I remember when the pandemic first happened, I went about 2 years without even catching a cold. And on the one hand, you're like, yeah, that's great. You're not getting unwell. But it meant that when I finally did catch something, which would usually be mild, my body was just freaking out. What the is this? And it hits you even harder. Like, it's important to get exposed to stuff to build your immunity. But I was pretty wiped out yesterday, feeling a lot better today. I've just had some green tea and honey, which is the best thing ever, especially if you have a sore throat or anything like that. Green tea with a dash of lemon and honey, really, really good. But yeah, I hope you've all had a wonderful week. Today's episode was actually inspired by what happened on last week's show. So for those of you that don't know, the last Wednesday of every month is a free-for-all Q&A. It means I don't really have to plan anything, and we just talk about whatever. And there was a lot happening in the news at the time, within those 24 hours, about a new AI app called Lensa, in which you upload 10, 20 photos of yourself, and then for, depending on how much you pay, you get hundreds of photos thrown back at you with different styles and in different situations. And as Mark says, we are getting closer and closer to Skynet. So I tried it out just before going live, and then we went through them, and it took up quite a big part of the show. And I said, you know what, I want to go away and have a think about this and actually have this as the main topic for this week's show. And so this is exactly what we're going to be talking about today. But not just the Lensa app, because there was actually quite a lot that has come out this week about that app. A lot of quite troubling things about it, which we will get into. I did have a second batch that was created, which we will go through some of those images just to show those of you that missed last week how this works. Although I did an Instagram reel with it earlier. Some interesting quotes last week. Remind me of what those quotes were. Skynet. So Skynet is from the Terminator movies. It was the organization that was creating technology to help the world, and then the military got involved, and then there was an AI takeover, and it caused the destruction of mankind. Myles was the name of the person behind that. So yeah, careful. But the other app we're going to be talking about later is by OpenAI, and it is called ChatGPR. ChatGPR. And this is an open source app where you can ask it questions, and it will, using machine learning, scour the internet and provide you with answers. Now, it was down. I was hoping for us to go through it live on the show, but unfortunately it went down a few hours ago. We will check to see if it is back up, because I wanted it to write a poem for us about you lot, people around the world tuning in every Wednesday to feel great, because it can do that sort of thing. There have been developers that use it for fixing bugs in code, and it will provide the fixes and explain how it did it. Yesterday, we're already deep diving into the show already, I tested it asking for it to rewrite the script to The Empire Strikes Back, but in the style of a horror movie. And it did. In about, I'm going to say 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds. Absolutely mind-blowing. AI and tech getting a bit ahead of itself. I'm not too good with that. The thing is about technology is it is a respecter of no will of humans. It just keeps pushing forward. And if someone's not going to do it, someone else will. Technology is going to keep moving forward. And so it's a question of how do we put safeguards in to prevent abuses of these technologies? And again, we're going to be going into that, especially when we're talking about this Lensa app. But before that, just a bit of housekeeping. Every Wednesday at this time, this show is hosted. Sometimes we talk about serious issues like today, world events, mental health and well-being. And then other weeks we have a bit more fun. I mean, there's going to be a bit of fun today. Quizzes, and there's a Christmas quiz coming, don't you worry. Movies, all sorts. And so I'm really grateful for you tuning in today. And yeah, I guess that's it. Karina, it's really good that you got your PlayStation VR 2. And for me, I have just started creating content again for online. So I've done 2 Instagram reels in the past week. I did the reveal of my new studio setup, and then today I did one with my new AI photos. But I am going to sort of go into more scripted pieces, life hacks. And the aim is that in the lead up to the Wednesday show, I might do a video or a post on the Monday that is related to get the conversation going. We have the show, and then towards the end of the week, we might do a recap or something like that. So that's what is in my mind. We'll have to see. So is the thumbnail AI art? It is indeed. It is one of the images, which actually, do you know what? Should we just deep dive straight into it now? Yeah, should we do this? Oh, one thing I want to say. I am curious to know what you think about this. So during my call this week, because I'm on this live streaming course, I mentioned how it's great having the countdown at the start, but obviously on replay, you have to skip through it. It's a bit annoying. But I was informed that, and I thought this was possible ages ago, but I just never tried it myself. It's possible that after a live show, I can clip off the intro so it goes straight into the episode. But if you do that, instead, you lose the live chat on the replay, so all that you have left is the comments underneath. So I am going to try it today. Now, on the one hand, I love having the live chat afterwards. It's great. But I think psychologically, it means that anyone that doesn't watch on replay, they probably see the live chat and think, oh, I'm not a part of the conversation anymore. Whereas maybe by cutting it, it does 2 things. One, it means that the conversation is all in the comment section, and that's great. That's what we like to see. And secondly, it means that when you are having this live chat, you don't have to worry about it being up there forever. Unless, of course, I featured it on the channel like this. But then that's editorial, and I think that could be quite good as well. So I am thinking of testing that this week. So we'll just wait and see how it goes, all right? But I thought I'd let you know about that. Great. Nashi says, I'm an AI dev, but if I try to talk about it, I'll just spend my time going, well, it's not quite like that. And I'm sure there will be quite a lot of opportunities for you to do that today because I'm not an expert. And so I've got a lot of articles to go through. But first, we're going to start with the easy thing, which is looking at this Lensa app. This is what we went through last week. So just to recap, it is an app that is not free, but you do get a 1-week free trial. So it's £33, I think it is, or like $35 for the year, but you get a 1-week free trial. So you can sign up for it, get the free trial, cancel your subscription straight away, and then you've got a week to use it. But to use the Magic AI, as it's called, you upload 10 to 20 photographs of yourself, and then you are then asked to pay depending on how many you want. So I think it's like $4, and you get 100 photos, which is made up of 10 sets of 10 different styles and 10 variations of each. And it's a bit of a lucky dip. You don't know what you're going to get. It's machine learning. There is no intention. So we're going to have a look in a moment at these designs. But then we're actually going into the background because since last week when these were made, and some of them were made just before the show and some were made after, we're gonna have a look at what's happening behind the scenes because there is a lot of really great threads on Twitter about the company, where this information came from, and what sort of, things that we need to be careful of. And so, we're going to start this show. I think it's going to be quite lighthearted and fun as we go through it, But then when we look at the implications of it, I think it's a really important conversation that explains, the benefits of AI and machine learning, but what some of the risks are, because there are potentially nefarious, but also just systemic in terms of the incentive structure of our system where people just want to make money. And it does mean moving data around when they don't necessarily have the rights to do that. So with that said, let's have a look here. So I've got this slide. Do you know what, though? I'm just going to ping it up. Now, this is there are 100 photos here, so I don't know if we're going to get to go through all of them. But it's just pretty remarkable because it produces these 100 in 15 to 20 minutes. And the quality is amazing. And I was really conscious of what photos to use to make sure I show all sides of my face, different expressions, things like that. There is going to be a lot of this because it's all about the uncanny valley. It's about the whole uncanny valley that's going on here. So we're just going to flick through these. So ones like this, I think, are really cool. Now, keep in mind that in this image in the bottom right corner, there is a signature. We're going to come back to this conversation later, okay? Because these signatures, I've been told, are the signatures of actual artists. Now, my understanding when I got this was that these were fake signatures to make them look like they've been done by an artist, because there's a lot of like logos and stuff that look completely made up. There are no settings to play with. Completely random. Let me bring myself up here. So yeah, no settings. Completely random. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do this for a second because it was really struggling to load. So what I'm gonna do, I had them all loaded up. Oh, is it not gonna let me? Right, just give me a second, everyone. I'm just going to. This might take a moment. I wonder if there is a way to... No, there's no way. Because the thing is, I had them all loaded up, and then now you've got two of me on the camera, right? Seriously, handsome. Oh, can I just ask you about signatures? I don't think I've ever done the same signature twice. And to be honest, my signature is just really rushed because I remember as a kid seeing what signatures were, and it was people writing really fast. And so I thought I'll just write really fast and see what happens. And that is what I did. Right, I think I've closed down enough of these because it literally had 100 images on screen and it was making everything really slow. Here we go. This is better. Okay, I think this is good. This is good now. Right, so yeah, this is better now. Okay, so this is the next one. And I think I've got these jumbled up a little bit, but there were like 10 different styles. I couldn't tell you what they are at the moment. But yeah, let's have a look. So this one is interesting. Like, it's the uncanny valley. You can see the expression, like, yeah, it's just like you can't quite put your finger on it. No, it's all good, man. Whether you're late or whenever you're joining, even if you're watching after the show, it's really good. But these were all made in 18 minutes. See, look, there's another signature there. And again, we'll talk about this in a moment. Really cool styles. I am going to start going through these quite quickly. This is cool. One of my photos was in Bucharest. So, yeah. It's, yeah. Look at that. Bit cross-eyed. So some of these are really great. Cel-shaded style. And like the teeth. Okay, this is one of the weirdest ones. Now, sometimes they do it where, like, I've seen it with some where hands are disappearing. A friend of mine, Bex, was doing it, and like her hands were disappearing on the photos. Here, I've got like a really big finger and I'm like eating it. And look, the headphone is like not even fully formed. So yeah, I look like I'm enjoying my finger. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'd say. Oh my god, I've lost the one we're on now. Where is it? I have just lost where we were at. It is still kind of cool, but it is really really freaky. Oh man, I've lost the one we were on. Is it because it's further down? I think it's one that's further. Okay, never mind. Right, I'm going back up here. Do you know what? I need to find out the one that's... Just 1 second. I need to find out the one that's not... Oh, man, this is so difficult. This is what happens when you have 100 photos. There it is. Cool. Right. Yeah, something weird was happening with the headphones. That's a cool one. I like that. I just find a lot of them are very dreamlike, but then that's what it is about, like electric sheep. The teeth are always kind of interesting. That's a cool one. But I can see, like, if I frown a little bit, see the lines in my forehead? See? It's like does 2 lines in the forehead. And see what the shirts, like the jackets saying that. Yeah, no, would be very very sick for band photos. I'm actually going to delete these once I've shown them. So yeah, we've done this one. Yeah, that was the cross-eyed one. Okay, here we go. Interesting backgrounds. This one is one of my favorites. It's really, really cool. I feel that's like a profile photo. It's got really cool colors and designs. Yeah, there's a fee. So I paid £4 for getting 100 made. So I don't know what I'm doing with my fingers there. So the AI stuff, the way it forms, because that's the thing. A machine doesn't understand the concept of a human. It's just given rules. This one is an uncanny valley one because it's very realistic. Like, what do you feel with this one is not quite right? I feel that my face looks a bit rounder, but I don't know. The teeth are a bit off. But I tell you what, they've got my nose right. They got my nose right because I have that little... I have like a little niche in my nose, and it's got that perfectly. So it's pretty remarkable. Myles Dyer. Where's Uncanny Valley? So it's actually a zone. Yeah, the cheeks are puffy. That is right. This one's cool. Too much pizza. Yeah, maybe. So these are the more artsy ones. And for those that are just tuning in, these are AI created in like 18 minutes based on 20 photos of me. But we're going to go into the implications of this tech afterwards because there's been a lot of developments this week. I love it. See the stuff with the finger? Right. Do they ask you to take specific types of photos? I can show you, actually. It quickly... I'll show you it at the end, actually. Actually, no, I'll show you now for a bit of context. Actually, I've got a few more to show, and then when it's blank, I'll bring it up. But it's a great question. Let me have a find it here so it's queued up. See, look, again, the blue line. And when I did the first batch, it did the blue line as well. So I find that really interesting with my... Okay, we've had that one already. Okay, so yeah, you were asking about what it asks for. So there were 4 stages, right? And this is what it asks. Good photos. Close-up selfie, same person. Adults. Variety of backgrounds, facial expressions, head tilts, and angles. Bad. Group shots, full length. Kids, covered faces, animals, monotonous pics, and nudes. Thank you very, 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 very much. Thank you, Mark. And congratulations to Deb. New member. Welcome, Deb. Welcome to the club. So yeah, that's what it asks for. And then in terms of what the pricing was in that, this was it. That's what the pricing is. So yeah. It's interesting that it says you've got 51% off as a subscriber, because you can only use it as a subscriber, I believe. Could be mistaken. Yeah. It's not bad, but hang on to that thought, because after I've shown you these, there are some things we're going to learn about this app coming up. Right, let's keep going. So this... So this was... Oh, yeah, we've gone through some of these already from earlier. I like that one. That's an awesome one. I think that's quite a good one. I think that's me if I'm a bit more worn out. That's just bizarre. But this is it. It's why you sort of cast your net wide, because some of them are going to work, some of them are. I think that's a good one. This is one of my favourites. I love it. I love it a lot. Again, the line. They love putting the line there. See, this stuff, I don't know what this text is. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable. That one I love. So this is the anime section, obviously. It's like the Singular 2 style. Are we picking a new channel logo? No, I won't be using these. It's a cool one. That one, see, that's a bit... And look at like what I'm wearing. On wearing a hoodie of myself. I look a bit... It just reminds me of like when they do those realistic, like if Homer Simpson was real kind of thing. It's a bit creepy. That one is just bizarre. Now, what's weird is that shirt on the left, I actually own a shirt like that. A red one like that. Got like ear pierced. The one on the right, I don't know who that is. We got like maybe 20 more to go through. See, stuff like this. Look, it's the long finger again. I don't know what its thing is. This one. I think this could be one of the best ones. What does everyone think? I think this could be one of the best ones. Like, in terms of... It's pretty remarkable. I think this one is pretty remarkable. This is the one that blows my mind the most, I think. This is absolutely incredible. Yeah. It's Are we choosing a new outfit? I know some people have said it. Yeah, it's yeah, it's quite realistic. Obviously, some of these are not going full realism; they're stylized. This is one of the freakiest ones. I do not like this at all. There's something weird with this one. I mean, I love the hair, but nah. This is one of my favourites. I mean, it's a very depressing photo. It's a very depressing photo, but I think it's quite powerful. These ones are quite sad. Sad looking. Look, again, the blue lines in the forehead. Again, look, signature in the bottom right. We're going to get to that in a moment. I love the hair in this one. This one's cool. Really, really amazing. Oh, that was the finger one. This is one of the weirdest ones ever. This is a great one. I mean, look, it's like the shadow and... Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I love, yeah, this one I love. It's another favourite. There's been I had on the first batch a lot of astronaut ones, but weren't particularly keen. This one is just terrifying. Yeah, this is another, like, maybe ate a few pizzas, maybe. Like, a bit chubby in the cheeks. Hair is awesome. Again, dead in the eyes. I don't like these ones. These ones freak me out a bit. These are like... Yeah. Freaky. They love putting random spots on my forehead. This one is another favourite of mine. I like it. Yeah, look, dead in the eyes. A bit like... If you met me like that, you'd think, yeah, he's an android. It's pretty cool. Right, 5 left. Yeah, the text choices are peculiar. This one, I don't know. It's like it's trying to communicate, the AI. And the last one. Yeah. But just to end with, some from the previous week, some of the favourites. So from the thumbnail was this one. If it's going to load. This is a 4K image, so it's like you can download them all as 4K. It's pretty impressive. I think this was one. No, it wasn't. That was one from earlier. And where is it? This one. It's another 4K one. Don't look quite right, but it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And then they had some like good there's actually an image where I'm holding my arm like that, so it was pretty good. Oh yeah, this was the other one. Fantasy style. And then actually this one, I think the face isn't quite right, but I like what it was, the sort of, I wish it had a better, yeah, a bit freaky in the eyes, but I like the style. Right. So anyway, that is the Lensa app. It is an incredible piece of tech. But when we went through this last week, it had just been out for 24. Well, it'd been out a few days, but it was really taking off. Hence why I got it just before the live show. Yeah, it's all about the eyes. It's all about the things that we connect as humans. Because actually, I remember when doing psychology. Do you know what? I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I'll bring this up straight away. Recognizing. We're really bad at recognizing faces upside down. It's called the Thatcher effect. And it's because if a face has parts of the face, so like this is a great example here. Yeah, right. So, yeah, we're going to do this, right? I'm not going to put it all on... I had to... You'll see why I'm doing this in a moment. I'm going to put an image. Right, have a look at this image. Do you recognise this face? Does it look right to you? Do you recognise this face? You're probably going to be very good at recognising this face if you know the person. That would help, right? So this is Adele, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think it's Adele, right? But Callie got it. The lips are upside down. Okay, so in psychology, we are very good at recognizing faces, but when upside down, we kind of... So this is what the face actually looks like the right way up. It looks like this. But it's interesting because even if you know that the eyes are the right way up, or the wrong way up, that's the same image. Because look, if I take this, will it let me rotate? Does it let me rotate? I don't think it will. Nah, it won't let me. You have to trust me. It is the same image. Well, you can tell because the eyes are upside down. Eyebrows, eyes, mouth, yeah? But your brain makes more sense with this one here, right? Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. It's really interesting. That's how it works. So anyway, yeah, you rotate. Well, you probably, some of you saw me doing it before I brought it up. Anyway, let's get back to the topic of the show. So Lensa, the app, has taken the world by storm, and very quickly, people were very clear to point things out. This came up from Lauren Ipsum on Twitter. Let me bring this up here. Let me get it so it's full size. There we go. Cool. She says, because you remember I was mentioning on it that all of them had, or not all of them, a lot of them had the signatures of artists on them. Well, Lauren says, I'm cropping these for privacy reasons / because I'm not trying to call out any one individual. These are all Lensa portraits where the mangled remains of an artist's signature is still visible. That's the reason of the signature. Sorry, that's the remains of the signature of one of the multiple artists it stole from. Yeah? These are all posts from friends on my timeline. It didn't take much searching to find portraits with the signature fragments, but people's sets have at least one. So I didn't know that. Now, personally, I don't know how you would search signature fragments. So huge respect for Lauren Ipsum for doing this. But as I said, I assumed the signatures were fake, like to make them look like they were proper artwork. And so, yeah, she's gone through this and has got lots of examples. I want to emphasize this is not a call out post. This is not about anyone whose crop portrait is here. I use so many to illustrate how ubiquitous the issue is. Seeing the long stream of mangled signatures really helps visualize the problem. It's cropped for privacy, but if you do recognize someone's portrait, please don't make assumptions about how they feel currently. One friend whose crop portrait is included has already said they see the issue now that it has been explained to them. Another took theirs down. Which is why I felt in two minds about doing this show when I discovered it, but I thought, you know what, this was planned. This is an important conversation to have. But it doesn't end there, because Sean Sunday had put this great. He'd done a great thread about Lensa with some really great information here. So, what is Lensa? So, Lensa AI works by inviting users to upload 10 to 20 photos of themselves using the open source Stable Diffusion. Now, this is what I've heard a lot of in this past week from a lot of people. Using the open source Stable Diffusion model, the app processes your photos to generate avatars of you that look like they were created by a digital artist. And this comes from TechCrunch. So what's the problem? And here we go. The problem is Stable Diffusion uses copyrighted art from artists all over the world in order to work. So Stable Diffusion was able to skirt around copyright by training their program on open source data from a non-profit called Laion, I'm going to say, and calling it research. So this Laion database is so indiscriminate about the images it stores that it even includes, and this is where it's pretty shocking, private medical records. This I didn't know actually. So this thread here, I hadn't actually got. I've got these two articles listed up. It also includes Oh, wow, I did not know this. It also includes graphic photos of ISIS beheadings, stolen non-consensual porn, and much more. Wow. So this is the layout of it. And this is what the claims are from this. I to be honest, I still need to read into it, but I think the question around where AI sources its data from, I think is a really, really fundamental issue. So Laion, non-profit, 5.85 billion uncurated images and text from 2014 to 2021. It also includes copywritten work, personal medical records, violent images, and stolen non-consensual porn. Wow. So then there's data laundering, it says, the conversion of stolen data so that it may be sold or used by ostensibly legitimate databases. So then you've got Stable Diffusion, and it talks about it, and it makes its money by training private models for customers. And then Lensa uses the Stable Diffusion model. So the last paragraph is bull. Okay. So you're saying the team that do Stable Diffusion team censor, right. And that makes sense. That would make sense because obviously if they're selling products, they wouldn't want that to be in it. But I guess the point is that there is a connection to something that does have those images. Now, I'm guessing that Laion uses, well, I can't explain the non-consensual. Maybe, just thinking out loud here, the violent images and non-consensual stuff, isn't that to do with like moderation? Because I remember many years ago reading blog posts about humans having to moderate content that is flagged. So if they had content flagged and they had to check it to see if it was getting taken down, they had to manually view it. And they talked about how depressed they got reviewing all this content. Like you're doing 8-hour shifts of just reviewing the most horrific content and taking it down or saying it's fine. There was a great article where someone was complaining about people that were flagging stuff because they didn't agree with it. And they were like, if you had any idea the sort of stuff I actually have to take down, then you would realise you're being petty. So I'm wondering if actually the violent images and like, oh, it says stolen though. But then again, I wonder if that's to do with an algorithm that if stuff gets put online, it knows to take it down. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Sparkleberry, you've jumped in on a really... Oh, you turned in your final exam. Hooray. Well done. Well done on that. Well done on that. So, yeah, this is... It's really, really fascinating. And so one of the articles, I think Sean mentioned this as well, was artist finds private medical record photos in popular AI training program set. So someone here, Lapine, says, my face is in the Leion, if I'm not pronouncing that right. In 2013, a doctor photographed my face as part of a clinical documentation. He died in 2018, and somehow that image ended up somewhere online and then ended up in the data set. The image that I signed a consent form for my doctor, not for a data set. Yeah. So who watches the watchers? It's really interesting. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it was a part of a Facebook whistleblower because it was about, yeah. Yeah, cool internet, you're scary. So, it's really interesting. So, Lensa has been a real education for me because my concern when it came to Lensa was not to do with like that. I assumed it was machine learning, but then again, it's not just based on your photos. It needs to learn from other content as well. So I wasn't really sure about that. However, there was another post I saw that was, oh, I do actually have it here. 1 second. For me, it was about the privacy concerns because a lot of people were going, you're uploading your photos, do they own your images? And so this Twitter thread, oh, interesting. Is that a glitch? That's interesting. Maybe they've I don't know, maybe they've changed the settings. So anyway, they were just saying that if you want your stuff removed, there are websites that you can do to ask them to remove it from their database. So Lensa claims that it deletes your images within like 24 hours, but they have the rights to the photos. And so the question is around, they now have the rights to your likeness. The way I see it is, and this is where it comes to technology, is I believe that we are moving towards a world, and I'm curious to know what you think. I believe we're moving towards a world of what I would call forced open source. And what I mean by that is, even if you have regulation around the way that your images can be used, there will be something out there that's not a person doing it. It's just an AI that's just hoovering up all the data. Because there was a friend of mine yesterday was mentioning they had a comment from someone when they posted theirs saying that artwork is no longer sacred because of this AI technology. But for me, that was like when Instagram first formed, and then people were saying, oh, photography is no longer sacred. You're always going to want people that are really good at what they do, that can go out there in the real world and create good stuff. But like a calculator has been able to speed up the process of allowing you to calculate numbers and sort out formulas, it alleviates that so you can then focus on the more top tier stuff. And I think that is what's going to be happening with AI and this, because we are at the cusp of AI that is just going to be able to hoover up the internet. So my likeness is all out there. There are hundreds of videos of me on YouTube out there. There are hundreds of photos. And anyone that's seen Black Mirror knows that within seconds in the future, technology will be able to map everything you've ever said and create an AI that sounds just like you. Well, its database for the images has to come from somewhere, as the AI isn't at the stage yet to be able to do it by itself. Correct. So it is a really interesting thing, and I think Lensa has been, as someone who is really into civil liberties, like has an interest in it for a long time and in privacy, I definitely had a blind spot to where the technology is coming from, although I'm still not entirely clear, because it's like, yeah, these companies do this, but as someone already mentioned in the chat, the middle person does actually, censor stuff. But there are also artists that are having their work stolen. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. Has anyone seen this movie? Ex Machina or Machina? I used to call it Ex Machina, and then I heard people calling it Ex Machina. But I think it is Ex Machina. Or have I flipped it the wrong way round? Oh, Izzard. I can't wait to see this. Izzard. I'll bring that up in a moment. Ex Machina, I'm going to call it. Check this out. Because it's a brilliant movie, as a lot of you are saying in the chat. But there is actually, I'm not going to go into the twist or the revelation, but those that have watched it will know what I mean when I say there is a reveal in the movie that relates to the idea of how the internet sucks everything up and with an algorithm is able then to present something to you that is desired. So it is Machina. Okay. Ex Machina. Thank you very much. You should stick around for the word game in 5-10 minutes. All right, everyone. We're going to move on to the other part of this conversation. I can't believe how long this has gone on for, but it's been really, really interesting. Has everyone been hearing about this ChatGPT? And is it free to use? Okay. So I was going to describe this, but I thought, you know what? It will just be better if I go through this article that's on hitc.com. So Sam Altman's, this is going to blow your mind more than what you've just seen. So Sam Altman's OpenAI released an artificial intelligence chatbot on November 30th named ChatGPT. And it's taken the tech industry and the internet by storm and left us a little concerned. Oh, went black there. Don't know what was that about. Founded by Elon Musk and Altman in 2015, OpenAI's latest chatbot application is capable of understanding human dialogue and generating detailed human life text as if you were typing to a friend. So how does it work? Is it? Right, let's just go into it. Right, let me just come off camera for the take that off camera for the minute. Really? So here we go. Right, let me just log into it now. Oh, it's down. It's down. Okay, so I'll find some great examples. One of the things I did 2 days ago, I mentioned this at the top of the show. I asked the AI. I said, could you rewrite the film script for The Empire Strikes Back, but in the style of a horror movie? And in 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds, it came back and it was amazing. It was really like adding tension to what it was done. It probably could. I also said, give me a good recipe that involves bananas, peanut butter, and chives. And it gave me, within seconds, a good recipe. Well, it's interesting. The only thing it doesn't do is like personal details. So I said, who is Myles Dyer? And it says, I'm not prepared to answer that, which is kind of worrying. Devs have been able to ask it to fix bugs. And what it will do is it will give the script, the fix script. It will say, here are the bugs that I fixed, and this is how I did it and why I did it. And then James Linton, a social engineer I know, he was posting this week, and it's going to be covered in CyberSafe Weekly that I'm filming tomorrow. It actually wrote a phishing email very quickly, and then when you ask it to try again, it keeps doing it. It is shockingly impressive. So, Izzard has just messaged me an example, supposedly, on Discord. Here we go. Right, I'm just saving it onto my phone, and then gonna put it onto my computer. Here we go. And by the way, if anyone here is new to the show, say hello so I can say hi to you. All you need is a YouTube account. It'd be great to see you. I know there's a couple of new people watching. I believe, anyway. Mark is definitely not new, but I love you. Thanks for coming here. Oh, my hair is worse than what it was in the AI phase. It's been a long day. Here we go. I didn't even read this, so I should have probably been careful. So, guess the object I'm thinking of by asking me questions. And the bot says, sure, I'll do my best to guess the object you're thinking of. To help me make an accurate guess, please try to answer my questions as specifically and accurately as possible. What is the object you're thinking of? I love it. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's really, really cool. Let's have a look here. Oh. It was definitely a big brain move. I love it. So, wow. Okay, here we go. We're witnessing the death of the college essay in real time. Here's the response to a prompt from one of my 200 level history classes at Amherst. Solid A- work in 10 seconds. So can you write me a 4-paragraph academic essay comparing and contrasting the theories of nationalism of Benedict Anderson and Ernest Gellner? And wow. It's done a 3-page essay. Oh, no, sorry, it has done 4. It just says hour 3. So you must have done other questions. I mean, I'll just read you the opening paragraph in case you can't see it. Benedict Anderson and Ernest Gellner both have theories about the origins and nature of nationalism, but their perspectives differ in key ways. Anderson believes that nationalism is a cultural construct arising from the development of print capitalism and the creation of imagined communities. Gellner, on the other hand, sees nationalism as a product of modernisation and industrialisation, with nations being formed as a means of organising society and providing a shared identity. Yeah, we talk about like plagiarism. No, you just get an AI to write it. Let's have a look here. Open AI chatbot prompt. Rewrite Baby Got Back in the style of the Canterbury Tales. Oh my goodness. Once upon a time in the land of Canterbury, a lady fair with a behind so hearty walked in the room with a waist so small and round thing in front of us all. We were struck dumb, our hearts aflutter, for never before had we seen such a gluttonous usser. Deep in her gown, her derriere so fine, we could not help but stare and entwine. O lady, we would love to be thee, and capture thy beauty for posterity. Our friends had warned us, 'tis true, but the backside, it makes us so blue. Man, this is amazing. I don't care if this is not real. I think this has to be real. But this is amazing. Like, this is absolutely mind-blowing, right? Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, this is the point of how it could change search engines. So instead of going to individual websites and searching to find the place where the information is, the chatbot brings the answers to you and actually explains it. So when you've got like in the on all these sci-fi things where they're asking the computer, what is the situation of this, or what is this? We kind of have it with Alexa very simply, where it just reads stuff out. But this is far, far more impressive. Possibly unpopular opinion. I think the most important part of the GPT chatbot is not how good it is at answering questions, but how much it relies on extensive documentation of relevant facts, neatly and meticulously written by humans, which is very, very true. Here we go. Had to ask, is Android better than Apple? It's difficult to say whether Android is better than Apple or vice versa, as both have their own strengths and weaknesses. Android and Apple are two of the most popular operating systems for mobile devices, and both have a loyal following of users. Some people prefer Android because it is open source and offers a wide range of options for customization, while others prefer Apple because of its sleek design and user-friendly interface. Ultimately, the choice between Android and Apple will depend on your personal preferences and needs. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll do a couple more and then we'll play the word game. But Chatbox GPT, you can sign up for free, sign up for it, and give it a go. And then you know what? Next week we'll do a quick recap. You know what? In the comments section of this video, post your favorite Chat GPT stories next week. Here we go. Write a script between a man in his mid-40s living in Colorado. He's just received his dog who came back from the owl implant clinic. The dog can now understand English and can answer back using a speech synthesizer. Narrator. A man in his mid-40s walks into his living room in Colorado. He looks around the room and sees his dog, who has just been returned from the AI implant clinic. The man is excited to see that his dog can now understand English and can even answer back using a speech synthesizer. Man. Hey, buddy. It's great to see you back. How was the implant procedure? Dog. It was a little scary at first, but the doctors were very gentle and made sure I was comfortable. Man. That's good to hear. I'm so excited to be able to communicate with you like this. Dog. Me too. I can't wait to learn more and be able to understand everything you say. Man. Well, I think we're going to have a lot of fun together now you can understand me. Let's go for a walk and enjoy the beautiful Colorado weather. Dog. I would love that. Let's go. Narrator. The man and his dog head outside, excited to embark on their new journey of understanding each other better. I mean, simple. I mean, lacks tone maybe, but yeah. Oh, man, I feel like I could just spend ages in this. Oh my goodness. It's asking the AI how it's going to revolutionize AI. One of the key ways in which GPT-3 is expected to revolutionize AI is by significantly advancing the ability of machines to understand and generate human-like language. This has the potential to improve the capabilities of AI-powered assistants and chatbots, making them more effective at interacting with people and performing a wider range of tasks. Additionally, the sheer size and power of GPT-3 means that it can be used to train other AI models, potentially leading to the development of more advanced and sophisticated AI systems. This could have significant implications for a wide range of industries and applications, from healthcare and finance to customer service and education. Overall, it represents a major advancement in the field of AI and natural language processing, and is expected to have a significant impact on the development of AI technology in the coming years. It's really interesting getting the AI to talk about how it will improve things. Oh, man. Yeah, all right. You're already done. No, I've not. I've not. Right. We're going to have to come back to this another time. There is so much more we can talk about it. But chat, before we end the show with the word game, we could do with the chat bot in the word game, right? We might get to level 20 then. What's everyone's thoughts? Honestly, what's everyone's thoughts of AI? Are you scared, excited, cautiously optimistic? I'm excited. I'm excited because my hope is it takes the responsibility away from humans that have too much ideology and emotion wrapped up in their decision making. The issue is the information that the chat bot uses has to come from humans to begin with. It's all about what humans are writing it. There's been a lot of issues with certain technologies, you know, racial biases depending on who's developed it. You know, there's the classic case of, was it CCTV cameras and that, like not detecting the faces of black people as well as white people because it wasn't developed with black faces in mind. There's a lot of things that have to be considered. But I think there's a real opportunity here because the truth is technology is going to improve whether we like it or not. But yeah, feckin' terrifying. Okay. Mixed feelings about AI overall. A bit of them all. Indifferent. You're currently not bothered by it as currently it doesn't affect me in my day-to-day life. Currently. Let's speak again next week. I feel like AI is accelerating towards some massive inflection point. Absolutely agree. Maybe good, maybe bad. This is it. I have always felt we are approaching the sort of the filter point of humanity. We're either going to destroy ourselves or we're going to make it through and build something that we would currently regard as utopia, but won't be utopia because utopias don't exist. The whole point is there is always a new final frontier. It's going to be an interesting path, a slightly different one to what most people think, agreed, but still a path. It's going to hit a limit, but not yet. Well, a great example is the late Jacques Fresco always spoke about, that when you see sci-fi movies, and he was saying this 20 years ago, it's cowboys and Indians movies in space. So yes, there's technology, but they're living with the value systems that we have today. Whereas actually in the future, there will be a whole new framework in which that we view the world because of technology, a resource-based economy. And I think actually there's a great clip involving... do you know what? I'm going to find it now and end it before we go to the word game. With Jean-Luc Picard. Where he talks about a resource-based economy. Yeah, here it is. Do you know what? It's going to be quicker for me to download this. So for those that don't know, a resource-based economy, something I'm an advocate for it, but it's not like we should implement it now. It's something that's going to take a massive transition, but it's the idea that you run an economy not based on a monetary system, but based on the demands and supply of the natural resources of the planet. And by creating an abundance, you actually create a more efficient economy for reasons that I could talk about another time, because we don't have time to talk about it now. Here we go. I haven't seen this clip for a long time, so hopefully it's not going to be completely irrelevant. But this is an example of how sci-fi adopts the ideas that there would be a new value system in the future. And this is of a resource-based economy.
That's what all this is about. A lot has changed in the past 300 years. People are no longer obsessed with the accumulation of things. We have eliminated hunger, want, the need for possessions. We've grown out of our infancy.
You've got it all wrong. It has never been about possessions. It's about power.
Power to do what?
To control your life, your destiny.
That kind of control is an illusion.
Then what will happen to us? There's no trace of my money. My office is gone. What will I do? How will I live?
This is the 24th century. Material needs no longer exist.
Then what's the challenge?
The challenge, Mr. Offenhouse, is to improve yourself, to enrich yourself. Enjoy it.
I love it so much. Love it, love it, love it so much. So with that said, I want to say a huge thank you for everyone tuning in today. I was a bit concerned about this episode because I've been unwell and didn't have as much time to plan or script as much as I wanted. But this went really good because sometimes I always want to get the tweets and that done as images, which are slides on camera. But actually, sometimes doing the screen share works just fine. So, yeah, I want to say a huge thank you for everyone tuning in. I've got probably 2 weeks left of work. And then I'm going to take a big break over Christmas in which I'm going to be doing a lot of work on this live show and content around it. And basically planning for the new year. Lots of guests. It's all going to be very, very exciting. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be at the Game Awards, but it's the Video Game Awards. It's on in LA, but there is a special screening happening in London at the BFI IMAX that I have got tickets to, thanks to my close friend Luke. Yeah, really, really looking forward to it. And then Friday, PSVR without parole. It's always a good time. I just want to say a huge thank you, by the way. The PlayStation influencer manager, she's based in the UK. She was asking on Twitter earlier if anyone has any recommendations of content creators that she should know about. And quite a few people actually from the industry, Brian Paul, Jimmy from N-Dreams, Jade from, I was going to say Square Enix, but I think she's moved on to another company now, have all said incredibly kind words. And so to anyone out there who has tweeted about me and I've missed it, I just want to say a huge thank you because, yeah, it is definitely a space I want to become more predominant in, and I would love to work with PlayStation. Not necessarily to do sponsored posts, getting payment, but just to I love what they do, and I'm a huge gamer, and I look forward to making a lot of gaming content in the new year. So with that said, are we ready, everyone, for the word game? And if you've never played the word game before, don't worry, because it will all make sense. Because all you got to do is detect the words that you can see on screen, type them in the chat, and we've got to guess as many as we can before the time is up. Yes, I'm ready. This is good. This is good. Let's get some music. No, let's do it. Here we go, everyone. Let's go. You got your chat bot ready? Cannibal. Well done, Mark. There we go. We've missed Mark. I've been absolutely abysmal this round. Absolutely abysmal. We've got a few beginning with B or A. There you go. I knew A was up there. There was some beginning with A. All in alphabetical order that can help. Right. One level and Mark is already a quarter of the way. Just under a quarter of the way to 100 points. Let's go. Wow, everyone. Oh, look at Mark with his double 7 letters. Very, very, very good. By the way, have you seen my little Christmas tree behind me? I'm going to be putting all the lights up next week. Wow, so something beginning with H or I. And then something beginning with T or W. Actually, it could be a T at the start as well. Wit. So something beginning with H or T. Nice. Wow, it was N. Of course. Well done. Well done, Mark. 60. 2 levels, and he's almost 2/3 of the way there. Let's keep going. Oh. Just making up words here. Don't forget, if someone gets a word and there's an S you can slap on the end, do it. Well, done it with Axel. Love this track. Wow.
And I've got all the time it seems. I'd rather see you in my dreams. And every chance
Man, I'm just
you
making up
dance,
so
I'll
much.
take. If I can't see you again.
Oh, sexual was a good... How is sexual not right? Did you not? Okay, that was weird. Is that because the chat was blocking it out? That was bizarre. Was sexual being blocked by the YouTube chat? Is that what it was? I don't know, because I've got a different screen in front of me, so I can't see. Yeah, I know you did. That's why I was confused. I was like, that should work. Yeah. But that's because I'm the host, so that's bizarre. Yeah. YouTube AI didn't like it. No. Doing really good, everyone. By the way, I was bigging all of you up on my live course on Monday, just saying how wonderful you all are, and I was talking about the importance of community language and how there are so many in jokes that you've created, whether it's too wise or the vitamin G stuff. It all takes off.
I'd rather see you in my dreams.
Oh wow, epilogue, Mark.
If I can't see you again.
You've been watching the whole time. Get involved, Hector. Just type in the chat any words you can see, and it will automatically enter them. Even if you're not that confident with word games, if we all do it, we can all have the best chance. Because level 20 is the level we've never been able to get to and complete. I think level 19 is still the record. Yeah. Hector, help us. So this one has a fake letter. Have we worked out what it is? So epilogue. So what is not in epilogue? T. T is the fake letter. Do not use T. Wow, we've just scraped this one. That was a close one. That was a close one. Right, let's. Well done, Mark. He hit 100. Throne. Okay, X is the fake letter. Do not use X. I know you're tempted. Such a tune. Wow, look at this, clearing the board up. One more beginning with W, 5-letter with W. Torn, I was about to put that. Well done. Okay, yeah, W, same beginning with W. 5-letter beginning with W. I'm going to get the chatbot AI to write a review for Good Dog, Bad Dog on VR. But I'll say write a favourable review. Level 13, unlucky for some. There's a hidden letter. Wow, 2 ends. Oh. Right, Doom. It's not allowing Doom. So I think D could be the fake. I'll do Mood. Yeah, D is the fake letter. Do not use D. Oh yeah, add some S's. Noons. Is it monsoon? Yep. What a month. I wasn't able to put it down. So D. Oh, D's fake, and another, and then obviously the other O. Is it mono? Mono. Oh, excuse me. Right. M or N? No. Nons. NONS. Noms. Moos. Well done. Well done. Well done, everyone. Actually, what was that song that we had last time that I loved? Was it this one? No. I'll find it. It's on the playlist. Kids. It was called with.
As I'm searching for with a break of a day to follow away to you.
Miranda Glory.
At the end of the day, I'm looking for no reason to change.
Let's keep going, everyone. Level 16. We are within reach. If we get 3 point stars for this, it puts us in good step because it's going to get really hard. 5 letters and above only. Bullhead. Nashi. Should have this every time there's a top one. Bullhead. That means what's the fake letter? N. N is the fake letter. And D is the hidden. Use D. Use D, don't use H. No. Oh no, don't use that. Hold. We're almost there. One more. Here we. Well done, everyone. Let's see if we can get the rest of them, but. It's getting difficult now. We're crawling up one level at a time. But we are now within striking distance. We are now within striking distance of level 20. Are you ready? Because it's going to start getting really difficult. I think this one's going to be the same. 5-letter words and more. Love you all, team. Let's do this. Oh, this is a nasty one. Oh, I've got the first 2. Come on, guys. Don't let me do them all. I can't guess how many. Oh, it's just me who's got them. So T is the hidden. Yeah, there's 2 T's. Patted. Why is putted not though? So is you the fake one? Think don't use you. Yeah. Oh, okay, right, let's go. Deepen. Someone go with deepen. So I can't choose it. Patented. We've got deepen. Is it going to let me... Oh, no. Can I just say, though, I have to say, this is a record, I think, for the most number of players, active people playing this. 15 people made it onto the scoreboard. I think that is a record. That is a really high turnout. So can you all give yourselves a round of applause? Because this is how we're going to win it. We were just very unlucky with that round. Whew. We were very unlucky, but we are getting close. With a team like that, I've always said, I think the day that we have 20 active players, I think we've got this in the bag. And we're getting so close. So should we see if we can try and get to level 20 before the end of the year? I think like for the last one of the year, because let's have a look. The dates for the remaining shows. So we've got 3 left before the end of the year. So Wednesday the 14th of December, the 21st of December, the 28th of December is the last one. So I would say if on the 28th of December we do a massive push and we try and get as many people on as possible, like an army, I will be getting my family on for that last episode. That last one, I think it could be a good one. So, yeah. Great. So, yeah, the last week is the 28th of December. I think we can do it. So, with that said, I want to say a huge thank you for everyone tuning in today. It was a longer show than normal, but yeah, it was a good one. It's all about how it feels, right? And we covered a lot of ground. So, yeah, check out ChatGPT on openai.com. Get an account, have some fun with it, and let me know in the comments section of this video what amazing results you got. We can talk about it next week, and whatever I decide the topic to be between now and then. So, yeah, with that said, I want to wish you a wonderful week. Much love to you all. Love, respect, empathy, and adios. Till next time. Let me know what's on your mind now as we roll credits.
I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye, big sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes. was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye big sky. Far away but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
I couldn't agree more, Mark. Wednesday is definitely the best day of the week. It's like middle of the week. You got a bit of momentum going, and of course we get to do this show. Hopefully next week I will have some Christmas lights with the Christmas tree set up, and I will have the spotlights installed in the ceiling as well. But yeah, I am going to rest because I need to get better for the Game Awards tomorrow night. It's going to be really, really good. Then it's Coven next week. Do you know what? I think he shared this publicly. I don't think he'll mind me doing this. So Max from Coven, who often likes to tune into the show, bless him. We all love Max, don't we? He does anyone remember Rosie and Jim? Rosie and Jim. If you're not in the UK, you're not going to know this. Rosie and Jim was two rag dolls that had this dude that was, I can't remember the name of the guy, but he had this barge, and then they had a duck on the top that used to go whack, as a duck does. Anyway, had a really Max is hilarious. He's such a lovely man, really funny as well. Well. I wish I could show you. I don't want to get a copyright strike. All I would say is look up Rosie and Jim after this. Is it sending it? No, it's not. It's not COVID. I've done the test today and it's negative, and I'm like over the hump with it now. I mean, I'll keep testing daily. But yeah, so Rosie and Jim, Rosie and Jim, did it on the old ragdoll. I think the ragdoll was maybe the name of the barge. But anyway, Max used some of his producer skills. I mean, this guy writes music for like the top commercials in the world. Like, he does such amazing stuff. But then he likes to be silly as well. And so he says the intro, the old Ford lock, is that what it was? He says it was so sinister, he thought it needed new music, and so this is what he made. I love that some of you are wondering, what am I on about? And I don't care that you don't know what I'm on about. I don't care if you're even more confused after seeing this, but I'm going to end on something really random that has me in tears every time, because this is the best dub of a children's intro ever. And if you haven't already, do hit the like button. Thank you.
Jim! Rosie!
It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. So yeah, it was called The Old Ragdoll. Right. Check out Rosie and Jim, the intro on YouTube. It's nothing like that. It's so good. I want Max to do the full version. So Max, because I know Max watches the show, and if not live, he watches it on catch up. Max, get the full version. Let's get it to Christmas #1. All right. That is it. Okay. But yeah, going to see Coven in Bristol next week, so looking forward to that as well. Yeah, have a wonderful week and check out PSVR Without Parole that starts in 20 minutes. It's Wednesday with Brian and Wes, and I will be about on Friday on the show. Always a good one. Have a good week, and I'm going to sign off for real this time or I'll keep rambling. Much love. Take good care of yourself.